Welcome back to Bite-Sized Folklore, where we explore the strange, the ancient, and the stories that cling like sea mist to the edges of our world. Today's tale comes from the far northeast tip of Scotland, Duncansby Head. This sits just past John O'Groats. It's a raw, wind-shredded coastline where the cliffs drop steeply into the North Sea, and the seals, they watch from the water with dark, intelligent eyes. This is the seal killer of Duncansby Head. Years ago, a man lived in a small cottage above the cliffs. His living came from killing seals. 6 days a week he climbed the steep path to the beach, pushed out his little boat, and rowed to the quiet bay. There he carried a silver whistle, passed down through generations, along with a tune said to call the seals themselves. When he played it, their sleek heads rose from the water, circling the boat, as if listening to a lullaby. Then the silver whistle went away, and the bone-handled knife came out. The skins became trousers, waistcoats, shoes, little purses, and the man's life rolled on, one seal at a time. That was until one morning, something changed. A huge seal surfaced beside the boat, larger than any he had seen. The man set down the whistle, gripped his old family knife, and plunged it behind the creature's head. But the seal did not die. It dove, powerful, furious, dragging the knife with it into the deep. The man was left staring at the blood-stained waves, horrified. That knife was his livelihood, his inheritance. Without it, he could not work. And he knew no other life. He returned home, sat at his kitchen table, and fell into a long, uneasy silence. Night brought a storm. Thunder rolled over the cliffs, and just after midnight, a knock at the door. He opened the door. A tall stranger stood there, wrapped in a black cloak, a wide-brimmed hat shadowing his face. "Are you the seal killer?" he asked. "Yes," the man replied. "What do you want with me?" "I've a job for you. Come now." Lightning flashed, illuminating a black stallion waiting at the cliff edge. The stranger mounted, pulled the seal killer up behind him, and they rode off. Through storm, through mountain peaks and river gorges, through sleet and blinding hail, until at last they stood on the edge of a high cliff. There, the stranger embraced the seal killer, breathed deeply, pressed his lips to the man's, and leapt. Both men plummeted like hawks. They struck the sea, sank through the icy darkness, sank until their feet touched the ocean floor. Before them stood a door. Beyond it lay a great hall full of people, pale-faced, brown-eyed, silently weeping. The stranger led the seal killer into a smaller room. On a bed lay a woman, still and beautiful, so deathly pale he could not tell if she breathed. And there, in her shoulder, was the handle of his knife. "This," said the stranger, "is our queen, the queen of the selkie people. Yesterday morning you stabbed her in the back, and now only you can save her." The man's voice shook. What must I do?" "Pull out the knife," said the stranger, "and kiss the wound." What choice did he have? He drew the knife from his shoulder and pressed his lips to the wound. Almost immediately, the skin sealed itself smooth and whole. The selkie queen opened up her eyes, looked into his, but before either could speak, the stranger seized the man by the arm. "Your job is done. Come." He led him back through the hall of weeping people to the sea door. "Before you leave," the stranger said, "promise me one thing." What is it?" "You will never, ever kill another seal." "I swear it," the man whispered. "Good. Take this. Don't open it until you're home." He handed the man a bundled parcel, opened the door to the dark water, and pushed him out. The man rose, up through freezing blackness, lungs burning, until at last his head broke the surface. Dawn had begun to grey the sky. He was in the bay beneath his own cliff. He swam ashore, staggered up the familiar path, opened his cottage door, and dropped the bundle on the table. It split open. Gold coins spilled across the room. The man never killed another seal. He lived quietly, alone, in the cottage above the bay. But the people of Duncansby say that on nights when the moon was full, he walked down to the beach with his silver whistle. He would play the old tune, and after a while, a great seal would rise from the waves, haul itself onto the shingle, and shed its skin, and the selkie queen, glowing and beautiful, would step out. She and the sea killer would dance on the moonlit stones until sunrise, when she would slip back into her skin and return to the sea. That's all for today's episode. Thank you for listening to Bite Size Folklore. Some stories warn us, some stories haunt us, and some, like this one, reminds us that every life we touch reverberates far beyond what we see. Join us next time for another small step into the other world.